Thank you.
So I want to thank my friends from the House and from the Senate for being here today. We have a lawless administration. Let's just all admit it. When Trump was president, the border was pretty secure. We have a new president, the border is unsecure. It wasn't the laws didn't change. We have the exact same laws. We have an administration that has decided not to enforce the law. So we have drugs all across the country. We have criminals. We have terrorists. And we had Director Wray come and testify. He testified in Homeland Security when I asked him a question. And Mayorkas was sitting right next to him. As a result of an open southern border, do we have terror cells in this country? And he said yes. I think every one of us care about our families. Every one of us cares about our families. I mean, do we want terrorists in our country? Do we want more crime in our country? Do we want more drugs in our country? And this administration is doing it. They're doing it each and every day. So what we have to do is we have to take every opportunity we can to say we are not going to pass additional legislation for whatever form, whether it's funding, whether it's Ukraine aid, whatever it is, until we get this border secure. And the only way we're going to get the border secure, because we have a lawless administration, is we've got to tie what the administration wants, whether it's Ukraine aid or funding, to a real secure border, to a border that goes down to the number of people crossing and staying is down to where it was when Trump was president. We can all do this. Now, we're also talking about, as you know, we're talking about funding. Let's look at what we did in the omnibus a little over a year ago. And this is why people in the country are furious with us. They're furious with Congress over spending. We have $34 trillion debt. We added $1 trillion of debt, right, just since September. Our GDP is growing slower than our debt growth. It's not sustainable. We're not going to get inflation down. We're not going to get interest rates down. None of this is coming down. But here's an example of some things that were in last year's omnibus bill. $3.52 or $3.62 million for the Michelle Obama Trail in Georgia. Now, if you go to my state, you think people say, oh, that was a good expenditure. How about $1.8 million to pay for the bus fare of people in Olympia, Washington? So they don't have to pay bus fare. You think people in Florida think that was good spending? $7 million for staircases in the city of the fixed staircase in the city of Pittsburgh. Why should we be funding that at the federal level? $2.5 million for a Chinatown arts building in San Francisco. People are furious with this stuff. So why don't we start doing our job? Secure our border, and we can balance our budget. We do it personally. I did it when I was governor for 8 straight years, even though I walked in with a big budget deficit. We ought to start doing the exact same thing here. Let's live within our means. Let's start solving the problems of this country. One of the biggest problems is an open southern border. Now we're going to have Bob Good here.